with the city of St. Paul and city of Minneapolis, the population of both cities actually declined since 1955 up until about 2014. And in 2014, it started increasing. And it's a trend that you're seeing nationwide, that actually over the last 100 years, the cities themselves were shrinking. And now we're seeing a rebirth of that, where people are moving back into the city. And it's pretty much neighborhood wide, where if you drive around Minneapolis and St. Paul, you'll see a tremendous amount of commercial construction. And they're basically trying to be ahead of the fact that all these people are wanting to come back in the city. I would say about 5 or 6 years ago, about half the buyers that I was working with wanted to live in the suburbs, and that trend has actually completely changed. Now we're seeing almost exclusively that people want to move back into the city, and it's almost rare to hear somebody say, "Hey, yeah, I want to live, further out." And I think what you're going to see is, with all these people moving back into the city, the businesses will do better, the schools will do better. There'll be a lot of income coming in for the cities themselves too, because property values have increased. And I think that's just going to improve everything in the city itself. Anywhere from crime to the schools, how kids are getting educated. And it's almost a self-perpetuating thing, where the more people move back into the city, and the more desire there is to move back in the city, the better it'll become. So I think that you're going to see, we're already seeing values go up in both cities. I think you're going to see it even more so. This might be kind of technical, but I did a study on this a few years ago, and if you look at the actual property values in, say, California and New York versus Minnesota, they tend to pay about 2.5% or 250% of what we do for housing. So I was always under the impression that the housing's more expensive, but the people can afford it because they get paid a lot more. The median income for California and New York is actually only about $200 difference a year from what Minnesota is. So I think if you're looking at investing in property in the Twin Cities, the likelihood of the prices going up, I think, is still very strong, just because it's something that we have a lot of discernible income compared to New Yorkers and Californians, and we have the ability to pay more for our housing. Not everyone, obviously, but I think we're going to see, I actually think in the cities themselves, the core city of Minneapolis and St. Paul, you're going to see the housing become more expensive, and long term you're going to see the rents go higher as well. So that's a huge positive for both cities.
Mm-hmm.